Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So today I wanted to talk about these two words, how optimism and pessimism play into recovery from TMS, and as I call it, perceived danger pain, PDP. So I'll get to that in a second. Going to relax, breathe. All is good. So, how optimism and pessimism play into recovery. So, this entire recovery process is a matter of convincing, teaching, selling your own brain on the fact that you're not sick, that you're actually okay. And the cool part is we're not lying to ourselves. Despite the symptoms, whatever they are, we're not lying to ourselves. We're convincing the brain that we're okay. It's built on the foundation, as I always talk about, foundation of what creates symptoms, perceived danger, not actual threat. Okay. Number 2, does it apply to me? Yep. Okay. So with that foundation of knowing it and accepting that fact that you're actually okay, teaching the brain becomes easier, right? I've been talking about these things for a number of days now. But optimism and pessimism, it's really what we're thinking about as far as what do we expect for the future. Are we predicting our demise with pessimism? Or are we predicting our recovery and return to normal activities and living and joy and, productivity and all sorts of stuff? Setting expectations. Are you optimistic? Then you see yourself, I'm going to get better. Just watch me. Or if you're pessimistic, you're going, this isn't going to work for me, right? And so if you're saying to yourself or others around you, or leaving posts in the comments on Facebook or YouTube that says, this isn't going to work for me, I don't think I can get better, got to go back. Foundation. Do you understand what's causing symptoms, and do you believe that's what is going on with you? Because it's really hard to believe you can get better if you think you're broken physically or sick physically. Really tough to convince the brain to dial down and turn off these symptoms if you think you're sick physically. So I'm going to really encourage you, and I use words like change the story, rewrite the script, expect the best, and start to be optimistic. Because I'll be very candid with you. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life, whether it be studying for an exam, going for a degree, learning to, play a sport, learning to play a musical instrument, learning a foreign language. If your constant dominant thought is, I can't do this, it's not going to work for me, that's what you're going to get. Because when you look at the possibilities of, yes, I can do this, the brain goes to work supporting that belief, supporting that goal, supporting that optimism. But unfortunately, to the same sense, if you are pessimistic and say this isn't going to work for me, you're likely not going to take the proactive, consistent steps of reminding yourself how this is temporary, it's just perceived danger, and I'm going to be okay. Because if you're pessimistic, you're not going to put in the effort. If you say I can't, it means I won't. Because if you believe you can't before you even start, you're probably not even going to try. So optimism and pessimism absolutely play a huge role in whether or not you're going to get better and the speed. And I think the people who get better faster are able to kind of cultivate that optimism. They didn't just find it. It wasn't sitting on their dresser when they woke up. You have to go through the assessments and understand the cause of pain and decide if other people can do it, I can do it, I'm going to. You cultivate that optimism. And at first it doesn't feel authentic. And there will be times when all of a sudden symptoms get a little bit crazy and you lose that optimism. You start going, oh, what if this doesn't work? but you have to cultivate it. And it takes practice and repetition to cultivate that optimism. Keep getting up. Keep patting yourself on the back. You survived yesterday. Bravo. That's progress. That's good stuff. You made it through every single bad day you've ever had. So if today's a rough day for you, just know your track record says, I'll make it through. Optimism will absolutely help speed up your recovery. Pessimism will slow it down and in some cases prevent it. So if you're, 1, 2, 5, 7, 10 years into your recovery and you're very pessimistic and you have been for a while, try something different. Flip it on its end. See if you can come up with a story that says, I can do it. Just watch me. Because I understand what's going on. It definitely applies to me. There's a proven path in front of me. I'm seeing the success stories. If they can do it, I can do it too. Optimistically, I know I can do it. Just watch me. Looking around going, I've been at this longer than them. They're better already, and so I must not be able to do this. I'm not going to get better. You're going to feel worse mentally. That's going to create feel bad emotions. And it's likely going to keep your brain perceiving danger, which will likely keep the symptoms going. So make it proactive choice and decision to cultivate and create optimism. Built on the foundation of facts, what causes symptoms, that it applies to you, there's a proven solution, and you can do it. So go for it. I'm going to wrap it up here. I don't want to belabor this point. Optimism, success strategy. Pessimism, it's going to delay things for you. And you're going to be miserable while you're doing that. Optimism, you'll feel better mentally and emotionally, which will give you more motivation to keep on doing the things that turn the tide. So I'm going to wrap it up there, folks. I love you, and have a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.